to DD News' correspondent Sidhant Sibal. External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid said that the visit has helped both Indian and Chinese leadership to know each other pretty well.
The Chinese Premier is on his first ever trip to India. With me is External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid. Sir, yesterday the Chinese Premier had a talk with the Indian leadership. What transpired?
Well, he spoke about it today publicly, and he met with the press yesterday. Essentially, it was a getting to know each other opportunity.
All right, and now let's go across to our newsroom and talk to Sidhant Sibal live. Sidhant, let's take a little forward your exclusive conversation with Salman Khurshid. In fact, 4 questions. You really put, all that in perspective. The discussions that of the two sides, from trade deficit to resolving border issues. But what I really want to know from you is specifically the question about when he says, in principle, it was discussed, but the issue is over forever, but both sides will examine why it really happened.
Well, right now, India and China both are willing to forgo the past and move forward. Today, when the Chinese Premier spoke with the business leaders, with the ambassadors, and where Foreign Minister was there also, he talked about cooperation, and cooperation, which was a key point. He said how India and China can forge together a golden future, a golden age.
Economics, as far as two countries are concerned, the transactions on economics line, how do you see the line? How do you see that really developing? Taking a cue from what Chinese Premier did talk about this morning.
With Chinese Premier is coming a large business delegation. The Chinese Premier will go to Mumbai in the evening, and there at 6 o'clock he's going to meet other business leaders. So from that you can see $6 billion. India and China both want the trade relations between each other being $100 billion by 2015. Hopefully with this rate it is not possible, but of course advantage to India. Of course China has said that China wants to put more investment in India, and of course telecom sector, number of agreements were signed. Huawei, which is the biggest telecom company in the world, wants to invest in the country. So of course trade relations are the way forward. It's only up to the both countries how they make sure that there's an easy business environment, investment climate between both the countries.
How is the industry reacting to such positive statements coming from the Chinese leadership? How industry's reaction? How are they looking forward to these trade ties and economic ties with China?
Well, of course, industry is all positive. China is a nation with a huge potential, and India, of course, is a nation with huge potential. Both the business community recognize this, and they want to invest in both the countries. Of course, I met with one of the former ambassador, Lalit Mansingh's former.
Those inputs, today's, of course, Chinese Premier addressed the industry's leaders at FICCI. Thank you. And meanwhile, in an exclusive interview to DD News correspondent Sidhant Sibal, External Affairs Minister Salman Khurshid said that the visit has helped both Indian and Chinese leadership to know each other pretty well. He added that better cooperation between both nations will drive the global economy.
New Delhi.
We're heading for a very short commercial break. We'll be back in a while. Stay tuned.